We are back for another episode of the Karate 360 podcast. You love karate, we love karate, and we want to bring you all the greatest and latest news from the local and global in the karate world. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kalan Anglos.
I'm Mosdell.
And here we go.
Let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that we love. Karate
Sanrokumaru.
Hey!
Hey, I just had the worst sushi of my life.
Oh my God.
The worst sushi of my life.
Just the sound of sushi and worst.
It's no good. I mean, I should have known it wasn't going to be great because it was from
a robot. Robot sushi?
Probably very well could have been.
Was it synthetic?
It may as well have
Did
been.
it taste like chemicals?
It tasted like chemicals, and it was probably made 4 days ago. Oh, I don't know, but it tasted like it was.
Have a fun trip.
Yeah. So it wasn't very good.
Just drink a lot of alcohol tonight and take care of it.
There we go. Some medicine.
Kill that stuff.
Yeah. But anyways, we're back in the Karate 360 package. You might be wondering, if you're watching live, didn't an episode just come out earlier today?
Wow. We are banging these things.
Wow, 2 in 1 day.
I know.
Yeah. So don't look for us on Thursday because we will not be here. Well, you'll be here, but I won't be here.
We won't be here, but we're doing this early.
Because
you are traveling.
I'm out of here. I'm going to Winterpeg. Apparently it snowed there yesterday.
Oh, really?
Damn it. I was really hoping it would hold off till after I got there.
You know you need an actual coat, not like a jacket.
Well, I have a raincoat.
A raincoat.
I have a winter coat, but it's like a snowboarding winter coat, so it's quite thick. Yeah, it's pretty big though. It'll probably do. I'll see what the temperature's
You're
at.
gonna need a coat.
I'm gonna need a coat. I'm gonna try and stay inside as much as I can, but I will need a coat.
I once went to Winterpeg in February once.
I don't know if that's worse than November or where.
I just remember
we're only in October.
Freezing wind. Fantastic people, by the way.
Okay, well that's good.
Fantastic
I heard it's a
people
dump,
there.
but that's okay.
And to all our Winnipeg friends.
Sorry, but I was told.
But Winnipeg is interesting because when spring suddenly kicks in and everyone tosses off the 900 layers they're wearing, it's a fun place to go.
Oh yeah, really?
They have a folk or jazz fest there.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The 1999 Pan American Games, the multi-sport Pan American Games were there, so I went for that. And it was just a fantastic city to hang out. People just want to have a fantastic time.
Well, awesome.
So I don't know what it's like in the cold though.
We'll see.
I do. I was there for a week.
It's not the dead winter, right? It's not like the dead cold of winter right now. So I don't think it'll be too bad. I did look at the forecast. I don't think it's.
Are you staying in the conference hotel?
Just down the street.
Okay.
Down the street.
That's
so
right.
a 2-minute walk or something. So
okay.
That should be fine.
Well, we went to Nationals this year and it was blizzards and snow.
Yeah, in Quebec City, so it should be fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, so
and tell us exactly what you're presenting. And
okay, so I just spent this whole weekend getting my presentation ready.
Yes.
So there'll be about 400 to 500 people. It's the conference.
I was going to say 400 to 500 slides.
Just 400 to 500 slides, and 1 word per slide. I'm just basically going to tell a 1-word story. So what was I? Oh yeah, so it's the Canadian Society for Exercise Physiology.
Okay,
is the organization, and it's their CSEP, which is what it stands for, CSEP 2017 conference. So again, 405 to 500. Academic people will be there. Lots of people presenting in lots of different categories. I am up for an award. So the fitness test that we put together is up for an award in the high performance.
Wow.
High performance category. So there's 13 other people presenting in the same category. So
new Olympic sport.
That's what we're poking for. That's what we're poking for. Yeah. When I was kind of going through with my supervisors the presentation, she's like, I think you should just slide in a couple of things here, like newest Olympic sport and Karate Canada has implemented it and this and
that's
that,
awesome,
just to make it a little bit better. So yeah, so that's up for an award. I mean, I'm not really, it's my first conference, so I'm not really expecting to win, but it's nice just to be nominated and recognized for the work that's been done. So that's good. And then the other study that we have in there is just the 300-meter shuttle test, which is in the fitness test.
Yep.
We remember how we modified it. It was regularly a 25-meter shuttle. We brought it down to 10 meters because that's how big a karate mat is. So just that study, which just validates that as an actual measure of anaerobic capacity in this case, that that study is also being presented there.
Right on.
That one's not up for an award, but it's being presented. So yeah, just getting it all
So
out
you're
there.
doing 2 presentations.
They're actually at the same time. Imagine that. I need to be in 2 places at once.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to do the one for the award, and then my supervisor's just going to sit in for me on on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Just going to answer any questions or whatever, and
Yes.
just basically read what I have there. So, yeah, so I'm excited. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to go to the conference. I'm not excited to go to Winnipeg, but I'm excited to go.
You'll meet nice people.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. There'll be
It'll
lots
be
of
good
people
stuff.
there, and lots of connections and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be really good.
Right on.
Yeah.
No, I'm proud of you.
Don't
That's
forget,
really awesome.
don't forget you're covering the classes for this
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday, come to Richard Sensei sparring class.
There you go.
7:15. Be there. Be there.
Or B square.
Or B square.
Yeah,
So we'll
so
be doing the fitness test.
just may as well, right? In honor of it
In
being
honor of you.
it being up for an award. That there we go. That's what I'm doing. That's where I'm going. Leave
Awesome.
on Wednesday. Present Thursday morning, 8 a.m.
When do you come back?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yep, Saturday
extra time then?
evening. A little extra.
You want to
Well,
listen to some presentations?
yeah, we're gonna listen to
some
some presentations Friday. I think there's some gala or some banquet or something that we're going
collect
to.
your award.
Gotta collect my award, right? And my thousands and thousands of dollars of winnings, and then coming back Saturday sometime.
Right on.
Yeah, no, it should be
awesome.
good. I'll let
That's
you know how it goes, and we'll talk about it next week on the episode, how it went, and
Right on.
all that kind of stuff. What about you? How's your week been?
Week has been very good. This is one of the we did have it. I was just about to say there was no event this weekend, but we had a belt test this weekend.
There was a belt test.
There was a
yeah.
belt test weekend, and I think the pass rate was about 65%.
Okay,
So it's a little lower
a
than
little lower than
normal.
usual.
But there's more people in the club now,
Yes,
and there's more people trying to crack those higher ranks.
yes, and I mean, it's good because some clubs, and I'm not necessarily going to name any or any in particular, but some clubs you just pass. You go for your belt test,
Yep.
and you just pass.
Yes.
But I don't think you really learn anything from that. You don't really take much away, except for, I mean, you get a nice new shiny belt, but did you really earn it?
Yeah, like there are some people just pass you all the way through, and then just before your black belt test, really start working you hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Some people are, they're working you hard, but they're kind to you.
Yes, yeah.
Some people are too hard at the beginning, so there's no feeling of improvement. I think sometimes people talk about the test, like this is on the test. And I've been trying to avoid that. I've been trying to say, this is how you do the move, because this is what the benefit you get from it.
Right.
By the way, we're going to be looking for this on the
Yeah.
test.
You might want to get good at this.
How's that? I did a lot of reading this weekend.
Good. What are you reading?
Burning
what are
through
you into right now?
Seth Godin's marketing books.
Ah, yes.
He's-
Okay.
He on one of the Google rankings for business blogs, like 14th most popular blog on the internet for a while.
Whoa. Okay.
And so went through the whole thing on tribes, and one of the quotes that came out of there was, leaders come from the most unexpected places.
Okay.
A CEO, a president, someone who's leading a karate club, you are looking for people who are starting something and putting some initiative, and you're supposed to give them energy. You are supposed to be leading your organization, but what you're really doing is you're looking for people inside your organization who are taking some initiative,
Right.
and you're supporting them. That's your goal. I've been thinking about it a lot, because a lot of things that I'm involved with, people who came out in leadership roles, no one expected them to be in that leadership role.
Sure.
I remember when I started the Vancouver Karate Cup ages ago, I remember people going, who started it? Richard? Isn't he just like that C-level athlete on the team? And I was like, no, no one else is starting it. So
B-level athlete. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much. One day, I hope. Yeah, so it was really cool just reading that book. You could extrapolate quite a bit to karate. I think the other thing is, when you're teaching karate, you're a technician sharing knowledge, but you have to really get to be someone who is training other people to teach.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
like so that's really going to become my goal over the next 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, you've talked about that before, and the importance of that. And it's totally, I kind of relate to that too. Like on the first year I went to nationals, 2006, there was an athlete on the team who, was pretty quiet most of the trainings, didn't really do much, didn't really say much, just kind of went about his business, did the trainings. And then when we were actually in nationals, and it was his first nationals as well, he completely like switched as soon as nationals started, and he was like super energetic, getting everybody fired up. And he was like so into it that Sandeep, the coach at the time, he put him on the team kumite. He said, I want you to go in there and go first, get everybody fired up. And sure enough, he did. And it was like, wow, like nobody expected him to come out of nowhere. And it's like, who is this kid?
That was his world. He was like, once he made it to nationals,
and it was just like a complete switch.
So I was reading about that, and then the other thing was, what is karate? ... For example, what is karate to you? What is karate to somebody else? Heard this guy Chris Borelli say, he put on his Facebook page, karate is, and then left it for people to
saw this. Yeah.
You see that?
Well, I think I saw it on Twitter, so maybe you put it on Twitter as well.
Yeah. I put something else on Twitter today, which I don't think you liked.
I don't know if I saw it. What was it?
Well, I was listening to this is, we're going to side talk. I was listening to Gary Vee today.
Okay.
He goes out and does these keynotes, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the keynotes he's giving them to people who know him, but a lot of times he's giving to people who've never heard of him.
Sure.
So when it's an audience who's never heard of him, he's going into his theory, his backstory. So I'm like skipping ahead to just the Q&A, because Q&A is really interesting.
Of course, yeah.
And something came up about dogs, and he hates dogs.
Really?
And
I hate dogs.
And I was like cleaning, and I started laughing and going, yes. And Nick was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, just a second, I got to text, I got to tweet Gary Vee, you just took it to the next level, man, because I hate dogs. I said, if people like fur balls, respect. But anyway, that's just me. I don't think you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Yes.
You can't trust people that don't like dogs.
Well, maybe that's true, but here's a weird thing. Like, I can tell someone I'm a raging atheist, and they're like, yeah, whatever. I can tell somebody I don't like dogs. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you like cats?
Sort of.
Yeah, most people that don't like dogs like cats.
But not really. Yeah, I'm people person. I'm into people.
I agree with that. Absolutely.
I'm a people person, and if somebody likes dogs, great. And if the thing is, when I grew up, I got attacked by dogs so many times.
See, that'll do it.
Everybody around me had dogs, and they didn't train them.
Right.
They're just wild animals. Like, every time I run into somebody now, I don't think I've even seen your dog, but
she's ferocious.
Like, she's ferocious, is she?
Oh yeah.
I hate dogs. I really do. But I respect the fact that other people like dogs.
Sure, and I think most people that don't like dogs usually had some kind of, or on the other side of it, people who do like dogs had dogs their whole entire life. Like, I grew up with dogs my entire life, and have always had friendly dogs, and just always been a part of my life. Where I think the other side, where people maybe don't like dogs so much, is those incidents where maybe they've been attacked by dogs, because certainly they're wild animals too, right? They can turn the other way. So I think oftentimes that happens.
In my life too, I've seen dogs go from that thing you tie to a tree outside to it's just it's like it's sleeping in your bed, another member of the family, and that weirds me out.
Yeah.
Like the whole how people look for. Bam, we went off karate here, but
we sure did.
We
went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. People look for the what do you call it when they're looking for something that's a human trait?
Okay.
Like, you see, it's like a really cute animal. Oh, that animal's really cute.
Like personify
human traits, right? And then so the whole business and the whole commercialization. Anyway, so yeah, I was cleaning the club today, and keeping it clean is a big thing for me.
Yes.
And
when a pack of dogs came in.
That's right. Actually, it's funny when someone comes in the club with a dog, and we have to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, there are people with allergies and stuff here," and they go, "What? But my dog's clean." And I just want to go, licks its own butt, man. I just can't say it. I'm sorry, I just said it over the air.
Well, there you go.
So anyway,
Jigs up now.
Karate is so. So what's in it for me? No dogs in the dojo.
Okay.
So that's just me.
And I'm gonna start a dogs only dojo.
There you go.
Maybe onto something.
You get to clean it.
Yeah. Well,
we had someone join the club on the weekend. They said they had been to another club nearby who never washed their mats, and the kid was in his uniform, and they were doing some sort of rolling on the ground thing, and he got up, and it was like grease stains.
Yeah, man, that's how you get staph infections.
Yeah, and she grease stains all down the side of the uniform, and she just gave the uniform back, asked for money, and left.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I'm big on making the club clean.
Gross.
Let's get into global news.
On that note, let's get into a little karate global news. All right. Well, you found this on the Inside the Games website, and it's looking at WKF president says regional tournaments are quote unquote crucially important. So, WKF president Antonio Espinosa has highlighted the importance of regional events after attending the Polish Open in Bielsko-Biała.
Yes.
Yes.
I think the whole idea here is layers.
I see what you're saying.
Layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you get some of these open tournaments that they get some elite athletes, but the idea of development athletes. So, like a Polish Open, I think it's pure open. It's not a K1, right?
Yeah, it's purely open.
So, I think it's the idea of layers. You have eventually a layers of events that you can attend at a certain age, at a certain development level, and then you can move forward.
Yeah.
You know, and then climb that ladder and get those time. I mean, Antonia Seba said it's 50 quality matches a year. You know, and however you can get them in a training camp, you can go to tournaments. So the more of those quality matches you can get. Obviously in Europe, there's more of that stuff being organized, or in Japan or something. Yeah. So
it's similar to the way that we already do like our elite stream or elite competition stream, is we have our kind of regionals on the island, and then you got to make the provincials and the nationals and so on. It's just that, but in a kind of more global and a more rounded kind of way, where it's just like all these open tournaments. Just go, like you said, get your 50 fights, get your whatever 25 katas or whatever it is in, and go for it.
That's right. You know what else he said in this article?
What did he say in this article?
Pole dancing being recognized as an IOC sport blows.
What? What?
He didn't say that, folks. I just made that up. But pole dancing was recognized as an IOC event.
As it should be.
That's right.
If E-Games is being considered, even potentially considered for the Olympics, absolutely pole dancing should be considered as an Olympic sport, because let's be honest, they are more of athletes than whatever you want to call the people playing esports.
Pole dancing in the Olympics, international sports recognition. Oh, like a ballerina dancing on
I
pole.
mean, you have gymnastics. It's just a different version of gymnastics.
It's a gymnastic sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm all on
As long
board.
as no money's been thrown on the stage.
Well, even if so,
Even if so. Other things that are trying to get included are arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling.
Dodgeball.
Did you ever? Hold on. Arm wrestling. Remember that Sylvester Stallone movie? Did you ever see
did.
That? Over the Top or something?
Yeah,
like
Over the
that?
Top. Oh, there's a really famous Canadian arm wrestler who's like top in the world. Top in the world.
Famous arm wrestler.
Yeah, in Canada. And I just forgot his name.
What a weird thing. Such like
the guy's like, he looks like a super athlete. Like he's
a super athlete.
His
right arm is huge.
No, both arms.
Okay.
And you compete in both sides, right?
Okay.
But I remember watching his workout. He would lift weights, like do bicep curls, and then immediately do pull-ups.
Yes, yeah.
And he was, I'll find his name. He's really, actually, you look at him and go, this is crazy. And then you look at him as a talent and in all the little techniques he uses, it's actually quite interesting.
I'm sure it is.
Should it be an Olympic sport? I don't know. Because here, kettlebell lifting.
Oh, kettlebell lifting is getting big. That's like, kettlebells are definitely getting big.
So
similar to CrossFit, right?
So, the thing with karate is like, will the Olympics be watered down if everything is in it? Or are they just recognizing things just to get, everything should be something new and should push. Like, I love breaking rules and doing new stuff, right? As long as it's providing more opportunities.
Sure. So
it's just interesting to see, like, will karate get in? Will not get in? It should get in because, like, 9 other things are lined up behind it to get in.
Yeah,
for
sure.
And will it water down the quality? So it'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see. And I know when sports get put in, other sports have to get taken out, and there's only a cap on a certain number of athletes, so that gets a little bit touchy as well. One thing that you did say that absolutely supports dodgeball. I would watch dodgeball in the Olympics. Dodgeball is pretty amazing, pretty fun. All right, well, there we go. That's the Karate Global News of the week. Should we dive into a little bit of technical tactical?
We should. Now, this one we were going to talk about last week, but we didn't, right?
That's right, because we didn't. We ran out of time. We were so busy talking about the Karate Canada Summit.
That's right. So, goal of instructor coach. Best athletes with the best coaches at the best competitions. This is stuff that came out of the summit as well.
Okay.
Some really common stuff. This makes a lot of sense because my thing is someone in an instructor position because they want to be in the position, right? soon as someone says, well, I have a seventh dance, you have to listen to me, you know you're not listening to the best coach. The most important thing is the interests of your athletes, as long as it's a program you put parameters on.
Sure. Yep.
Like if someone walked in here and said, you know, I'm only interested in one kata for competition, that's all I'm going to do. That's not the program I offer, right? But within the parameters of the program I offer, I've got to really make sure I put the karate participants first.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And the earlier I think we can get working with them. So when anybody's training, this is their notes. I mean, this can come with any other stuff. There's outcome and process. So what's your outcome? What's the process of getting there? So even people who are training in the club, and actually we did a belt test, and from this week, I'm actually giving them all written out evaluations.
Okay.
To show what the process, which part of the process marks they hit and which ones they missed in terms of getting a pass or a retest result as the outcome.
I think that's smart because, I mean, a lot of times in goal setting, like the goal setting research has shown that you do want to set process goals over outcome goals. So, you know, I want to be able to perform 3 katas without getting tired. That would be a process to get to getting a better outcome. So saying those process goals have been shown to actually benefit what you learn and actually improvement.
Totally. Yeah. And, you know, if you were on like what those courses called, we have to go from like, you have a compass, got a map, got to go from point to point to point to point to point, and then eventually you
like
make
a
it.
Treasure hunt?
No, yeah, there's like those adventure races where you have to run from point to point.
Sure, like an Amazing Race. That kind of
exactly.
Yeah.
So again, that's all process, right?
Yeah.
I've got to achieve certain goals. One of the other things they found is you have your opponents is the human opponent, and then there's a performance standard, athletes compared to top performers and personal growth. Well, looky here, that's what you're working on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so
in a fitness testing, fitness performance.
That's
yeah,
right.
it's
And
still performance.
One of the things that came out at the summit is they wanted to know when we were going to work on a skill test.
Yes, that's what they've all been asking.
Yep.
One step at a time.
Yeah. First they got to work the pole and come talk to us.
That's right.
For stretching pole, my friend. Stretching pole. So this is interesting because Antonio Seba, he talks about, you know, your other opponents are the clock, the officials, you know, the environment. So all of the externals instead of just the internal stuff and the opponent. So I think when someone's going to their club to train, whether they're just training or they're a competitor, they have to really think about this as well for themselves. One thing we've been getting the kids to do a lot is squats. And it's so interesting how like kids will run up to you and go, I can do like 11 now. Or I can do like 20, or James, I can do 643. You know, like, but they really think about getting that 1, 2, or 3 more.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. Process goals right there.
Process goals. Yeah. And right away you see them being stronger when they are training. I remember when I was training a lot when I was in Japan, and I hate running. I just hate running.
Okay.
But I remember training for ages, and we went to a summer training camp, and I had to do this run with the kids in the morning for half an hour. And I was like, wow, I can actually run.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was in shape. And then at lunchtime, it was so hot, like 40 degrees out. I'm like, I'm going to see if I can run in 40-degree weather. And I went out for like, you know, a 45-minute run in 40-degree weather. And I was like, oh, wow, this is great. And all those little like 5-minute workouts, like I would do a 45-minute workout with little 5-minute sections.
Like high intensity
interval training, right? And then all I did was I wasn't training to go for a jog, but when I could go for a jog, I can do it. Yeah. So the outcome was really cool of the process of getting.
There's a lot of things coming out to interval train that's showing it can increase your aerobic performance, even if you're not doing any aerobic thing like running or like swimming. So absolutely.
That's me, man. That's technical tactical.
There you go. All right, let's get into a little bit of fitness training tip of the week. And this week, I want to talk about measuring karate-specific anaerobic performance or anaerobic energy system. So remember, anaerobic is that short burst. For karate, the anaerobic energy system is the most dominant energy system when you're performing a kata or when you're in a kumite belt. Usually, the anaerobic energy system lasts between 2 to 4 minutes, which is right in the realm of how long it takes to do a kata or how long it takes to do a kumite kumite match. So the anaerobic energy system is what's dominant for karate athletes. So how do we measure this? Well, we've already talked about one way. We talked about the shuttle test. The shuttle test is put in there because it's a test for anaerobic capacity.
Yep.
Now, we wanted, like I said, to make it more karate specific. So it's a 10-meter shuttle. Any shuttle test, for the most part, I shouldn't say anyone because the beep test isn't, but a lot of the shuttle tests are anaerobic capacity tests or how to actually anaerobic measures, but those are just running, they're not karate specific. You're just kind of going through and that kind of thing. One way to really do it, you've probably heard of, and they like to do this in the MMA world, it's like the Shark Tank, or boxing does this a lot too, where you have, it's like a King of the Ring, but one person stays in, say for a kumite match, one person stays in, they have 1 minute against somebody, and then every minute's a fresh opponent for 5-6 minutes. That would be pushing your anaerobic energy system. And basically what you can do to measure that is you can look at how many points you score in the first minute, first bout against that fresh person, how many in the second, how many in the third, how many in the fourth.
Interesting.
And then you could do it again, maybe a couple weeks later or whatever, and then compare, okay, are they improving in their rounds, basically, and in their 1 minute rounds. Of course, to make it a better measure, you want to have them going against the same people, but just something where you can actually have them doing 1 minute rounds, and you can be measuring how well they are doing in karate performance. Again, the shuttle tests are really easy to do as part of as a warm-up or at the end, part of a fitness part. Just have set up 10, 15 meters apart, have them run as 10, 15 times as fast as they can and time them. That's obviously one of the best ways to do it. Or just do like hill sprints on a treadmill. Find a big hill, run up it, back down as many times as you can.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, hilarious. It's important.
It's hilarious.
Have you ever heard of 100-man kumite?
No.
Kyokushin has this thing called hyakunin, which means 100 people.
Okay.
And so you have to fight 100 people. It's 100 rounds.
That seems excessive.
Each round is 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Normally the person...
You're going for 100 minutes.
Yeah, and there are breaks.
I would hope so.
100-person variations using 20 and 50-man matches have also been employed. Yeah, so one of them took, like the original guy Oyama who created Kyokushin, it took him like 3 days to do 100. Because also I think you have to knock the other person down. Like it's not just in Kyokushin. It's not just like kick, get a few points.
Right,
you actually have to knock them down. And I don't know the quality of the matches.
Sure.
But let's see here. Somebody in the UK, world's fastest ever record of 100-man kumite, but Kyokushin in Japan did not officially recognize it.
Oh.
Yes. So, well, I know when sometimes I'm training some athletes here, like Big Steve, if I put them through 5 2-minute rounds of sparring with me, and then to see how well they do the week after and the week after, their fitness definitely comes up.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Reza Sensei used to call it kumite fitness training.
Yes, and it is specific, to kumite and kata. You can do the same thing with kata too. Perform, one kata. Well, it'd be kind of hard, I guess, a little bit harder to do it in kata, but trying to do your kata as fast as you can, as strong as you can, a full thing one time, and then maybe measure your heart rate. It's a little bit different. Maybe just shuttle.
You would burn out though after a time. I think
After a time, yeah.
Your legs would get sore.
Yeah. Then you're getting more into aerobic though, so it's hard to say. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No,
I'm making kids do it tomorrow.
Perfect, as usual.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, that just about wraps up this episode. We haven't even talked about our new environment that we have here in this episode.
Yes, we're in the office.
We're in the office. I was thinking if this is the Kenzen headquarters, this Kenzen here, you guys can't see. You're not allowed to see. But this board here is like the brain.
That's right.
That's like the brain.
That's right. We have to update it too.
But
yeah, there's a lot of brainy stuff on there.
There is.
Like treat every member like it's their first day.
And right at the top, the North Star.
That's right.
Weekly attendance.
Yep.
So the brains is there, and we are in the
that
cranium.
Brain. That's right. And when we invite the parents in here, they think they've been pulled into the principal's office. So much fun.
Have a seat there.
Have a seat. I want to talk to you about your child,
please.
That's right.
All right. Well, just a couple upcoming tournaments that we need to talk about. Starting Thursday, October 26th to 29th is the World Cadet Junior and U21 Championships in Spain. That's the big one. Good luck to Parvin, all the Canadian and American athletes, and of course everybody else there at those championships. Also, November 25th to 26th is the Series A in Okinawa, and then locally here on the West Coast, we should go.
We should go to Okinawa.
On the West Coast, the BC Provincial Championships, December 2nd and 3rd at the Richmond Olympic Oval.
It's going to be huge.
There we go. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
All right.
we're gonna have a ton of stuff to do. Talk about next week because we're gonna have World Championships.
That's
We're
right.
gonna have your trip.
Yeah, we're gonna have stuff to talk about.
Stuff. Yes.
The GSP fight. Don't forget the GSP
when
fight
is
happens November 4th. So it'll be before. It'll be before.
Oh,
we
we're
have
traveling.
to talk. I know. We have to talk about this. This is the second year in a row there's been a big fight that's been booked.
Let's just stay over on Saturday night.
You're going, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just book a hotel and stay over.
Okay. I'm into it for sure.
Because I think, we're just, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get caught up with us here, we're talking about the first BC team training Saturday, November 4th.
Yes.
Kalan and I have to go over and do the fitness testing of everybody. And then we have to go to Nanaimo and fitness test more people.
On Sunday, yeah.
On Sunday. So I think we just stay over.
On Saturday, come back on Sunday. Yep. All right, we'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm Kalan Anglos.
Richard Mosdell.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Karate 360 podcast, and we will talk to you later. San Mokumaru. Bye for now.